Hello again, traders. Right, it is uh, still the election day in the USA. Been a mad night. I quite enjoy these things, and I wanted to make this video because even though it's election day, and even though we were warned that yesterday may well be a bit manic, I still trade them. And that's important. That's the point of this video. You can trade through anything. Trade Christmas Day, Mother's Day, Boxing Day. Not Boxing Day, they're closed. Well, you can trade cryptos. Let's put it that way. People say don't trade Mondays, don't trade Fridays, don't trade bank holidays. Bank holidays in one country aren't necessarily a bank holiday in the other country. One expression I like to use is while the cat's away, the mice will play. So if the US is on holiday, you will quite often see all sorts going on because they call it thin markets, whatever you want to say. There's less money in the markets, but that does work both ways. It sometimes increases volatility and sometimes decreases volatility. But what I've seen over the years I've been doing this, that it actually now increases volatility a lot more than it used to, say, 15, 20 years ago. Just an observation. Same thing goes with this. Part of the reason I was woke up and thought I'll just, rather than go back to sleep, roll over, fire up the elections and see what's going on. First thing I do is look at charts. Charts were all over the place. The DAX was tanking this morning. I think I looked at H1 first. Yeah, I mean, just crazy. And I made the joke, well, not joke, I made the comment that the euro doesn't really fancy what's going on the elections, but as it happens, it obviously does like Trump has won basically without all the votes coming in, but he can't lose. That's the position I see, and the markets love it, of course. I mean, I have to say his speech was brilliant. The bloke is strong, and that's what the world needs, strong leaders, in my opinion. I wasn't sure, first time he got in, but it's just the world needs opinionated people, really, and not people that sit on the fence. That's just my view. Sorry to bring politics into this. Anyway, back to the point. We can trade anything, and the reason I wanted to make this video mainly is because when you trade a purely mechanical system like I do, you can trade all of these funny election times and all these odd days like the holidays I talked about with confidence, because the charts don't lie. I know it's a pretty glib comment, and in the old days it used to be based on a plain 2B reversals and things like that, but literally, when price is here and you can see divergence here, and this is mainly aimed at newer traders, but you can see what is going on and the sentiment in this particular move down, and then you add everything else into your analysis, old levels of support and resistance. You can look at the dailies and work out where you are in terms of price. You can look at the weeklies. I mean, it is that straightforward, guys. I said yesterday, if price continues down, that's not a problem, because the charts will tell us it is wrong to even think about. If you'll say here, I'm wondering whether to go for long, then you can clearly see there is no reason to go long. And even when you get a reason on this M15 chart, you go down to the next chart and it will give you a different idea. And I never enter based on just look. I mean, this is going up. I was tempted to have another go at this, but I've had it from about 440 or something like that this morning. I rolled over. From then to now, I've made 6 or 7 quality scalps at least. I've all winning. I've cooked my breakfast. I've had a walk. Um, I've had a drive, 30-minute drive, and it's still only 8:28 in the morning. I mean, I've done 5 days' work. One trade a day was what I used to go for. I've done 3 or 4 full-size trades and a couple of not quite full-size trades. Um, but also the point I'm trying to make is that I, even after all the years I've been doing this, and it is over 2 decades, I keep improving. And to this morning's work, this morning's job was to learn from an election again. Not walk away, not listen to these idiots that say don't trade Friday, don't trade Monday, don't trade bank holidays and all that lot. ICT loves all that spiel. He's probably changed and stolen someone else's idea now. But if you do that, if you listen to those people and close your charts, how can you possibly learn from a day like today? You know? So never, never say never. You know, I've made every mistake known to man. I've listened to those people because I had no other. Well, there's a 2B going on there. I've had no, you know, when you learn something from scratch, like all of the successful traders I know, and when you teach yourself, I mean, that is once that level there is broken, that is a brand new uptrend. So that once that's broken, that's a low, a high, a high, a low, a high, a high. Anyway, I digress. So my point being, I've learned a lot this morning, and you learn slowly, and you implement what you learn slowly and carefully, and you can only get better and better and better. You know, I just dread to think. I pray. I'm not really religious, but I do whatever. I hope that I will enjoy another 10 or 20 years. I'm doing everything I can now. Well, I was always pretty fit anyway, but I value my time so much more now than I did, say, when I was 30 or 40. And I just hope I live long enough to keep improving and improving and improving. There is never a day when I'm fed up about my trading, you know. It is just incredible. I know I'm obsessed, but it's a nice obsession, you know. I've got a really, really, really fantastic, in my opinion, life-work balance now, and I can't wait to get abroad and start really, really kicking the backside out of it. I mean, that there is another uptrend. Low, high, high, low, high, high. It just, everything, it just, you can't fail. You know, sellers have been overwhelmed by the buyers. You know, I'm on a line chart because I happen to love line charts. The clarity from them is fantastic. But the whole point of this video was to tell you just to keep battling on. You know, I could have rolled over and gone back to sleep, but I didn't want to. You know, I actually wanted to see how the markets are affected by something as huge as Donald Trump winning an election. And just, you know, oh, the other thing I wanted to say, for newer traders, you want to be getting in at this point, not at this point. These are dangerous areas to trade because there are massive things going on in the markets that we can never know what these big money guys are going. And the amount of times in the old days that I would get caught out trying to that was before I had all this multi-time frame stuff. I mean, this is priceless. You know, I laugh my head off at people that tell me indicate you know, they are scared to get involved with what I do because all their little mates will rip into them and tell them indicators, oh, you're trading indicators. All those 500,000 people that follow ICT and SMT that have told them indicators don't work, and they're all undermining their own trading profitability moving forward, keeping an open mind, keeping an open idea. You know, I've made a mistake. I've said indicators are not as good as pure price action. I spent years studying naked candlesticks and charts, but I feel silly now because it's so much easier. This is mind-blowingly profitable. This, and studying this for a year or so, 2, 3 years, has been fantastic. It's all a journey, guys. You know, embrace all the tools we have, all the tools. I mean, I hate to think how many indicators that I can play around with now with different glasses on, because you know, because I've said this many times in previous videos now. You know, I can go back over all that stuff and see more improvements. I can't wait really, but there's just not enough time in the day to spend on beaches and mountains and exploring places, and improving charts. But you know, people say, well, why do you want to keep improving? You know, why not? It's there to be done. Why do people cross oceans not knowing what's on the other side? Columbus, whatever, you know, Magellan and his stuff, and all these, you know, and the people wanting to go to Mars and the moon. Why do they do it? They do it because it's there to be done. Seeing charts, improving the win rate, if you like, improving your confidence by getting up early and watching what happens during an election. Instead, I'm guilty of possibly thinking, oh no, it's an election, there's nothing to be learned by that. I mean, what was I thinking? So anyway, sorry for the preach, guys. Maybe, as I always say, one word, one phrase, one new light bulb moment can change a trader's life. It's happened for me hundreds of times, and I just hope it will happen for some of you out there as well. Anyway, have a great day. It's very exciting, I think, for the world. You know, a strong America means a strong world, in my opinion. You know, and please don't, you know, take it the wrong way. I'm all for just everyone getting on. That's it. End of, really. We're all humans. We're all one colour. We're all one human race. That's it. Anyway, have a fantastic day. I am going to make sure I have a fantastic day today. It's a good positive start, and I'm talking about everything. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.